In the meantime, they'd have to face their nemesis from Pittsburgh, Big Ben and the Steelers. He's 10-5 in his career in the playoffs. Now, before the game, look at this. All the officials at the center line to keep the team separated. A lot of bad blood here.
No-fly zone, huh?
No-fly zone. So there's no D'Angelo Williams, but how about Jordan Toppin? A nice job he did. And then Reggie Nelson on the sidelines. Watch what happens. He and the Steelers offensive line coach, the Hall of Famer Mike Munchak, get into it, and Munchak gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Man, dreads, man. A coach?
That's a Hall of Fame.
Hey, Mike don't play that.
On to the second quarter. Here comes the rain. We are scoreless. 3rd and 12. McCarron wearing no glove and gets picked off by Antoine Blake.
Ill advised throw there. One of the times he took a shot in the game, and it was horrible.
It led to a Chris Boswell field goal and the first points of the game. Steelers' next drive as McCarron started to get fit for a Dan Marino isotone. Vincent Ray nearly kicks it off at the goal line, so Big Ben avoided that turnover. Boswell would tack on 3 more. 6-0 now in the third. McCarron hit by Jarvis Jones. That's a fumble. Pick it up. Big fella can't. No! Now it's William Gay who returns it to the house. He did that with a pick 6 in their earlier meeting in Cincinnati. He got flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct. Now McCarron actually lost the ball. That's ruled a fumble. Big fella Cam Thomas is ruled down there, as you can see. Gay's touchdown. It's knocked off the board. The Steelers would eventually get a field goal and a 9-0 lead. Antonio Brown, another 100-yard effort for him.
Mama, there go that man. Baddest man in the game right now.
That is a 60-yard gain. Steelers have first and goal. Then 2 plays later, remember Big Ben called out Martavis Bryant this week, said he had to grow up and toughen up.
I got you.
How's this for a catch? The somersault, and the ball was between his twins and on his hamstring.
This is great, man. This was a great catch. And focus and concentration. And that's the way to finish.
In his last 2 games combined, 1 catch, 6 yards. Bryant had a huge evening in Cincinnati. Steelers would go for 2, they would fail, so it's just 15-0 at that point. Kind of maybe an odd decision for Tomlin at the time. But look at that catch. Even Odell Beckham Jr. on Twitter said, "Wow, what a catch." So the Bengals' ensuing drive. Giovanni Bernard on 3rd and 9, lit up by Ryan Shazier. Ball is loose. Shazier starts returning it. Now the refs did blow the whistle. They ruled Bernard down by contact. Jeremy Hill ticked off about the hit. So here we go. Steelers and Bengals living together at midfield. We've got some issues out there as far as Bernard. He walked off the field. So Tomlin threw the challenge flag. He said that Shazier actually forced the ball.
Where did that helmet go, LTZ? He's a runner.
So they overturned the call. It was a turnover. So the Steelers get it back. Roethlisberger then gets dropped by Burfict into the turf.
This changed the game right here, Chris. This is good. You ain't got to get rid of that ball, too.
And Roethlisberger, as you can see, lands on that right shoulder. His teammates tried to help him up. He couldn't do it. So he gets carted to the locker room. So that means Landry Jones had to come on and replace him.
And that was classless with a Bengals fan throwing a water bottle at Ben on the cart. Classless.
Well, this was a huge play as McCarron looking deep downfield for A.J. Green. And we had a flag on the play.
What do we need, Jesse?
So 1st and goal for Jeremy Hill. He punches it in on 2nd and goal. And the Bengals are within 15-7 and facing a backup quarterback as well. Later on, it's 15-10. Landry Jones still in the game, even though Roethlisberger has come out of the tunnel and has his helmet on. 3rd and 4, Jones for Brown. It's incomplete. No flag.
He had it beat, too. You just got to get it up there to the best receiver in the game right now. You got to give him an opportunity.
So the Steelers forced to punt to that man, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
He returns it 24 yards inside the Steeler 45. 4 plays later, 4th and 1. They're going for it with under 3 minutes to go.
Who you gonna look to?
Marvin? Marvin, is that you?
Marvelous.
That's a gain of 9. Moves the chains. 3 plays later,
what about this
McCarron.
time?
That's AJ to AJ. the Bengals, with under 2 minutes to go, are looking to advance for the first time in a quarter century.
Under 2 minutes is the key statement.
Now the Bengals going for 2, but this is
That's the worst play ever called for a 2-point conversion.
So the Bengals, they do have a lead though, with under 2 minutes to go, but it's just 1 point. Ensuing drive, it's not Roethlisberger, it's Landry Jones, and it's Vontez Perfect, a guy that was fined $69,000 the last time they played the Steelers with the kickoff. And so all they got to do is maybe run it out.
Turn out the lights, right? We can turn out the lights.
But Jeremy Hill has it stripped by Shazier. Ross Cockrell recovers it, and the Steelers are back in business. What a great play by Ryan Shazier, ripping it out.
A lot of Bengals fans threw something at the TV right there.
So Big Ben comes back into the game, 4th and 3 on their own 41 with under 30 to go. Roethlisberger, Brown.
Great route. Pick route on the linebacker. Antonio goes inside, dips out, pulls the chains.
And then the biggest play of the game. Roethlisberger incomplete to Brown, but you see a late flag that's on Vontez Perfect, leading with his shoulder to the head of Brown, who Mike Tomlin would later say was concussed. So that's a personal foul. And then Steelers outside linebackers coach Joe Porter comes out on the field to check on the health of his player, and he gets into it with Pac-Man Jones, who gets flagged for a personal foul as well. So if you're keeping track, that's 30 yards in penalties on the Bengal on 1 play alone without the Steelers even completing a pass.
Wow.
So Mike Tomlin has seen enough. With 18 seconds left, he sends out his field goal kicker, Chris Boswell, for the winner. The Steelers are moving on, and Marvin Lewis is again going home.
Well, he's trying to go over and defend the play, and we just, we gotta, there's a lot of balls out there, plays today, and calls went different ways, and they deem that to be a hit to the head, I guess, and others not today.
For the record, Adam Pac-Man Jones did not speak with the media before leaving the locker room.
It's not a surprise. They mad.
By the way, we will talk to a former Cincinnati Bengal, a current Steeler, a former Defensive Player of the Year, James Harrison, as he can explain to us what happened during those final few minutes in the Queen City. He will join us live right here on Game Day Final. But people are going to be talking about that play where the Bengals got 2 personal fouls called on them, 1 on Perfect, 1 on Jones. Hall of Famer, your thoughts?
The fumble was idiotic. Let's get that straight.
Can't do that.
I'm not a running back, but